Right, I think we are ready to start. We're here. We hope. And good evening. Welcome to the next Google event tonight on Google Plus. Welcome, it's not Rock Show Live. Let's get it off first for a start. It's not New Music Monday, it's Queensville. Let's just change this a little bit. There we are, change that right now in the system. There we go. Yes, this is Queensville's live interactive show where I get a chance to ask your questions. We do your comments, we read out your, basically read out all your emails received. And I want to say a big thank you to everybody who watched the last Google Plus I did. It was great, we're in HD tonight as well. I had a great time doing last week. Especially all the Queen stuff we did was obviously fantastic this week. This week on the show, more reviews of albums, and I'm taking your Queen questions as well tonight. Going to be doing a lot of research, real review of what we've done for the past year on the Queensville channel, which has been very successful. Stay tuned for the next hour and a bit, and about 90 minutes on tonight's show and it's going to be very good. The first thing I'm going to tell you is there is a lot of new Queen updates happening this time. There has been some news going around that the new Nebworth CD is finally getting planned and released on soon. There's been some talk going around about this new one which has been happening. Just need to take off that thing, that's what we need. So this confirmed now is Nebworth is getting officially out, and it's about bloody time it got out as well. There's been some speculation about this as well been happening, and it's been really exciting for Queen fans to get it as well, which is cool. So new CD released this year. Don't know what the date's going to be, but I'll keep you updated about that. If you do know more information, guys, of that CD, let me know. And it's been planned to be released very soon indeed. We're also tonight on the show going to review back some of the albums I did last week. What I did with some of the albums I did this week. So lots to look forward to tonight on Queensville's live show. So do stick around, and I'm going to stick this on the top. No, I'm not. I'm going to stick it there. There we go. It's better now. Yeah. So we're live on YouTube, and you can let me know your questions. Basically, you got to do is go down here to the comments page, leave a comment live, and I'll get back to you in the comments tonight on the show, which is cool. I had to start this broadcast again because apparently it's wrong with the sound and what was, but it's good. It's all good stuff. So there we are. Nice. So as you know from last week, talking about lots of stuff from the Queen side of stuff, like the Freddie Mercury concert, and the books I'm going to review as well later on, the books I'm going to do tonight, which is going to be interesting as well. But first of all, I want to start things off with I want to start things off tonight with something that I would like to talk about, and something that really I think should be talked about very much as well. And this is going to be something that I really think that we kind of and I keep saying this to everybody else, that you know this should be the next one to stand in line of Queen performers in the world in a way. If you have seen over his 30 years, he's been doing so much over 30 years of his whole career, and he is still to this day amazing. The new Mega Mix was uploaded just this week. Thanks guys, you're loving that Mega Mix. Another one planned soon. So it's going to be Jessica Soto. Yeah. I don't know how many times that I keep. Seriously, last week we did a lot of his solo stuff. I didn't review this CD, which was the Queen concert. I still think this is regarded as the best ever tribute ever done from Jeff. I mean, seriously, the vocals are amazing, the harmonies are great, backing tracks are fantastic. The whole show is just really amazing. I think this is without a doubt one of the best ever CDs to ever get, and I still think it is incredible. He has got a voice that is just made for Queen. There's not one single fault with it. He has got such a dynamic voice for it. The voice is just incredible, and it's absolutely just to the limit of it. 2 hours of his voice is just exactly how Queen should be for it. And I keep saying every time, this is the singer that should be in Queen and should be on the bill. Don't get rid of Lambert, because he's not needed anyway. Get this guy on the Queen. He needs to be in, because I don't care how many people plead. I don't know how many people have gone to the site. I don't care how many people are commenting about it. But there is so much speculation about Jeff Scott Soto being the next guy, and I'm telling you, when I watched the videos from the last videos that he did recently, just this year, for the Queen concert he put on a show in Brazil, it was the best turnout he ever had. He performed so well. He can perform like Freddie. He can do the moves. He can just sing it as it is, and he is still the top-notch guy to ever do that. And the reason I say this is because I have listened to every single album by him now, and there's some stuff I'm going to really review again, because there's a lot of things I want to talk about Jeff Scott Soto tonight. So this is going to be an interesting conversation tonight with Jeff Scott Soto. If you've never ever heard of the guy, go back to the Malmsteen years and then stick to the Prism album and his solo stuff, which I'm very happy to say Mark is really impressed with that, because it's absolutely fabulous. Fabulous. So he is still regarded as the most amazing singer ever for the fans of his stuff. I mean, I'm literally, since the last interview you put on, he said that kids are not listening to his stuff. I mean, how is that? That's absolutely amazing how it is. So he has got a talent, a voice, and such an amazing charisma about his whole thing. It is seriously, it is the best work that's ever done from him as well. Really, you know, taking on board as what it is and stuff. You know, it's just really incredible. I have got the chat room mode as well on Google Plus and also on YouTube and also onto Facebook, so you can answer your questions tonight on Facebook if you want to. If you want me to add me on Facebook, it is Tez Super, and add me on there. Please add me, because that's good. And you can also go and like the Rock Show Live page as well. And Rock Show Live is returning back, as I understand, next week. I promise, because I missed a couple of shows. Got a message from Mark saying Mark's going to try and join us tonight. I'm not sure if he's online. I'll send a link anyway, because he's going to want the link for this anyway. If you guys want to ask any questions of any Queen stuff that over the past few months we've done, let me know, and please do get in touch, because I'd like to hear from you guys tonight, which is really amazing. It's good. And still subscribe to this page, because I've got so many subscribers now really subscribing to this page, and they absolutely love it so much. Apparently, show you a video of Queensville live Thursday and today. Oh, so it's actually watching now. But Mark, if you're watching this now, mate, leave a comment in the bottom of the page if you want to, or answer a question on Facebook. I'm not really bothered, but you can get me live as well. There is a delay on this, by the way. It's a 30-second delay on this show. So if you have any questions you want to ask away and stuff, we will be doing some reviews of CDs coming up later in the show. Right, the first thing I want to talk about, I'm going to talk about something I'm reading testing tonight. A few books. And there's that one, this one, this one, and this, and this. Right. So here's a few things we're going to talk about tonight. There's a few books and a few things I want to really get discussed tonight on the show, which is interesting. Mark is on YouTube there. He is on YouTube, I know he is, and he's watching me now. I hope he's watching me now. But I will find out if he is on this. If you want to add me on Google Plus as well, add me on the Queensville Google Plus page and like it, because then I can get you guys involved in the show, which is cool. Alright, so our tabs are open, we're fine, and we are going very well indeed. Okay, so I'm just going to blow my expert. I'm using XSplit as well tonight. I'm using XSplit, which is better, so I can use my just want to get this viewport actual. That's better. Let's get on the screen now. Right. Okay. So the books I'm going to come to in a minute. These I'll come to in a minute, and this one. But the first thing I want to talk about that Queen fans are very disappointed with, and very annoyed with. One thing that has been released on DVD is this. Live at Rio. Biggest mistake ever done from Eagle Rock. There's no need to bring her out actually. Our fans were not very happy with it. I wasn't happy with it. I think they've just made a mess of the DVD, to be honest. There's much to say about it because I do not like it. Stay away from that print. You're getting the same tape version as this one. So, whoever decided to get the DVD release of this one, do not get it. Throw it in the bin. Just don't even go there. Every single release of that box set they brought out from Eagle Rock, I was a shambles. Absolute shambles it is. It's just the worst ever box set that I've ever seen. It's the worst packaging. It's the worst thing. I seriously think, guys, stay away from it because it is just terrible. I mean, if you have it, if you've bought this, fine. Queen fans that are die-hard fans like myself, don't buy it. Don't buy that box set. It is shit. It's really the worst. The worst. So this thing should never come out on DVD. Right, first stars. Definitely no. Next thing I want to talk about is 4 books that I recommend people to buy. People that these are not available anymore. These are out of print. First thing I want to talk about is the first one, which is called The Early Years. Queen's very early portrait of it. This is written by Mark Hodgkinson. This is published by Omnibus Press as well. I think this is actually a good read. It's got some very early pictures from the early start of Queen. This book recommended to get. I don't know if this is available on e-books yet, but if you do decide to get this on e-books, read it because it's not about the band. It's about the members. It's about Freddie, Brian, Roger, and John. This book recommended to get. There's a lot of stuff about it. How the band started. It's nothing to do with the albums, nothing to do with the recordings. It's all to do with the 4 guys on this, and I do recommend this one. This is out of print now, and it was originally $7.95, and this one was a very interesting read actually. This one, so I do recommend this one definitely. Queen, The Early Years, definitely 100% recommended this one. Nothing to do with any management, anything. It's the band, it's the main members, and the very interesting thing about Brian as well, which is in this. Good read that is. Recent book I just got last year from Omnibus again. Did a good job of this one. This is a big one. This is Freddie Mercury in his own words. This is an official Queen book. It's official Queen. It's official Freddie Mercury book. It has also been edited and compiled by Greg Brooks and Simon Lupton, and a foreword by Freddie's mum, Jo Bosara. And it's the first time ever that this is very interesting book read. Actually, it is nothing to do with the box set. It's something to do with the Great Pretender. It's personal diary, his own stuff he read in this from the solo career he did, and this is very interesting. Actually, I read this last year, and I do recommend this book. It's brilliant, really fantastic. A lot of stuff about his own life, nothing to do with a friend about. But I mean, the read of that one, the read that one. Forget those two, which those two are no. Especially that Great Pretender one. I don't know why the hell they reprinted that one. That one is the same thing again. Stupid anyway. This one, definite read. That one, by the way, that definitive biography one, another definite one to read. That very interesting actually. Leslie Ann Jones wrote that one. So this one is another read. I definitely would say get brilliant. Next one, the one I had for a long time, and I read it so much, which is the one that people like so much, and it's everybody says it's the best read to ever have, and it's part. This is part 2 of this one, and I'll explain this one in a minute. But it's this one, Freddie Mercury by Peter Freestone. This was actually available in hardback and paperback edition. This is the paperback edition of it. This is exactly the same. This is one of the best things ever done. It's all about Peter Freestone. It's nothing about Freddie Mercury. It's about Peter Freestone and how he helped him out and how he lived his life as well. This book is flipping brilliant. It's also been edited, written by David Evans as well, which was his one of his lovers at the time. So this read is very good indeed. Very good. Seriously, it's really good stuff. Especially where Peter Freestone goes into the life of how, you know, things were going in his world and wherever else. The last chapter on this book, God, it really sent me to. It just really got me upset, but it is a nice read indeed. So this one is definitely read indeed for this one. If people have got this one, please buy this book. It's absolutely great. Last one is a disappointing one actually. This one I didn't like this one at all. This is the rarest one I've had actually for a long time. This one is not. This one is just been slopped together basically from archival material, and this is absolutely a joke. It's this one, the definitive biography. Don't buy this one because this is just. I think this is just absolute made up. This thing. It's not even. It's not exact. The pictures are. I mean, pictures are good. A bit blurred, but yeah. It's alright, but I'd say it's not the best I've read because there's stuff in here that doesn't make any sense because some of it's all just edited and chopped as well. So this one I keep away from. This one I keep away from. This is printed by Paticus UK, and this is all by Rex Features as well. Did this, so you can tell slot this together. So this is apparently. Laura Jackson is not really the best writer in the world. Her foreword is not even published in this, I think. Apparently, yes, she was. But she apparently wrote this for her husband, David Jackson. So this book is just not recommended at all. There's just reason is that this one I keep away from. A lot. Keep away from that one a lot stuff as well. So 4 books that I really recommend to get. The other book that I do recommend, not Queen related, but sort of other bands related, which I love so much, is this one, Led Zeppelin Uncensored. This book is brilliant. This is an official book, which was written in, and I do remember, this was written in 2000 and. No, it wasn't. It was actually written in 1992. This was written in 1992. It's one of the rarest books I have. This one, brilliant read indeed. This was done by Richard Cole, the official author of this, and also with Richard Trudeau as well. And Peter Grant also was involved in this before he died. So before he died, 1995, I think it was. And this one is a definite read indeed. Stairway to Heaven from Led Zeppelin. Do read this one. It is flipping brilliant. It's also got information about the film, how the film was done, how that was thingied. this one a definite read indeed, which is cool. I want to say hello to Carlos. Carlos, hello Carlos, and welcome to the Queensville chat. So please join me tonight if you have anything to do. One night, okay. Okay, I'm just gonna give you things on here. Show these. Yes, we've got. I have sent a link to Mark already. I'm going to make sure Mark is going to try and come as soon as he can, because he apparently wants to come at the night and do a few little things and stuff as well. I've got 2 indications of Google Plus as well. It says shared a video, Queensville Live. He actually shared it on anyway. It's actually on Google, which is interesting. And that's even fine as well. Okay, so those are books that I do recommend to get, but that other one, that Queen one, just don't go there, because that apparently is not a good reading need for it, which is even more pants really. So stay away from it. Right, let's do some CD reviews again. And first of all, no, I don't want that. Music studio's up now. Right, first thing I want to talk about is going back to Jessica Soto stuff, actually. And last week I did the album. Of the 2 albums I do recommend, it's Human Clay. There's something I didn't mention on the video last time, and it was this album, which was Euphoria. Yeah, this album, as I said before last week, this album is fantastic. Really good stuff indeed. One thing that I want to bring up from last week is the Human Clay album, which is something that I forgot to mention. Last week I was telling you that In the Land of Fire and Eternal Flame were 2 tracks that were recorded at different studios. Well, actually they weren't. They were recorded at the same studio, which is Dan Pan in America, in the USA, in Burbank. I've listened to the new Mega Mix I did. Mega Mix just loaded onto YouTube, and it's getting good reviews as well, which is fantastic. And I've stuck in that song, In the Line of Fire, for obvious reasons. Is that song part of a soundtrack song, or is it 2 tracks off a soundtrack? Or was it unreleased? You do that. Let me know by next week. I'm convinced that In the Land of Fire is a movie soundtrack song. I'm positive it is. It can't be said, but I love the way when he sings it, when he just goes down in various low scales on the song, is just flipping brilliant. I keep listening to that song every time, and I just keep thinking, what? How did he do that? I mean, he wrote an amazing song that sounds like a movie soundtrack in a way. And for me, my point of view, if no one ever has that album, get the bonus tracks In Line of Fire and Eternal Flame, or listen to them on the new Mega Mix I did as well, which is cool. But those 2 tracks, recommended indeed. Now, I want to talk about the Mega Mix I did on the Jessica Soto Mega Mix I did just a few days ago. I had a great time doing that, actually. It took a long time to edit it a lot. It took probably about an hour to do. After sorting out tracks and stuff as well. There was some bits in the Mega Mix that were a little bit out of sync and edited a little bit, but that was because it was the way that I was trying to get the tracks together and stuff as well. The beginning of that Mega Mix was done very clever. Very clever, actually. It took a long time to do. It's worth an hour. It's actually the longest one I've ever done. It's 71 minutes at least in total for it as well. It's included also Last Mistake in full. So that version of Last Mistake is not being edited. It's actually the full version, which people have not even ever heard that track. Really recommended that song. There was also 2 tracks from actually Woody Pell's bit, which was Magic and Blackman Pyramid. And that Blackman Pyramid, I'm convinced that is based on Rainbow's Stargazer. I'm positive it is. I'm sure that's part 2 of Stargazer, because the lyrics sound very similar to the first part of Stargazer, and then you've got Stargazer Part 2, which is just awesome. Awesome. One of the albums that I will mention, as I forgot, I kept in the bag for last time, but I am going to now tell you about the Soul Circus album. Yeah, Soul Circus album. This is a Soul Circus project that he did. This was after Talisman just had a break for a bit, and this is the album Will Play, which is absolutely fabulous album. This is a standard edition, and this is the deluxe edition. Yeah, there's two different prints of this one. Standard edition is being re-recorded. The deluxe edition is the original mix of it. The basically standard edition has got a standard edition has been re-recorded for purposes of Soul Circus's property on the CD. And the one that's on the standard edition is being officially a mixed album, which is officially done recorded. So they re-recorded the album in 2006, and that first album came out in 2005, I think. I can't remember the dates myself, but it was. But it is really a good album indeed. 2005 it came out. Sorry, 2005 was the first deluxe, and then 2006 was when the next one was done. Those two Soul Circus albums, do recommend it indeed. Really good, very good indeed. Neil Sean's and Jessica Sutton's best singing on that one ever. Really flipping brilliant. Really seriously, absolutely fantastic. I do recommend that to be one of my favourite albums actually the whole year. I actually love Alive. I love the song Alive. I just love that song so much. It's seriously really amazing, which is absolutely fab indeed. Next album, one of my ultimate albums of last year had to be House of Golden Bones Part 1 and House of Golden Bones Part 2. Yeah. Wow, what to say about that albums. Corey Taylor, great job. An amazing job on that album. It's like a fantastic production, and the sound of that is really amazing, which is so cool. I mean, you could listen to the both albums all the time. They are just the first time I've ever heard Corey Taylor sing so great on that album. Two albums, absolutely recommended. Really recommended. House of Golden Bones Part 2 and Part 1, recommended albums indeed, which is cool. Mark has just sent me a message on Facebook. He says, I send you a comment on YouTube. If you look, it's on your live video. I might restart the amount to refresh this page just to see what the comments are. Yeah, here we are. Here we are. Yeah, Mark's has sent me some things about. Sorry, I've had to refresh the page again. I don't get the live comments. You see it, I think. Right. Okay. So, question from Mark, and he says, "I've got the full Rio. I've got the full Rio. The full Rio concert on DVD that came today. Do you want a copy of it? Would be nice. Yes, it would be nice. We'd love you to see the Rio concert indeed. It would be nice to see that actually on DVD. That could be a next event for YouTube and Ustream, which is coming up very soon actually. So if you guys want to see that in full, Ustream as well, I'll be broadcasting that one next. I got some more Queen Red stuff on DVD. I've got the full Rio set. Do you want it? Yeah, I've just answered that question. I see you're going a bit too far now. Yes, that would be nice indeed. Add to the DVD collection. And as of last week, there was the Freddie Mercury tribute concert. Me and Chris have watched that. We watched that just on Monday again. And Mark texted me on the night, and I'm busy. I'm so watching the Freddie Mercury. So we were trying to get our feelings and thoughts about how it was, and we still think that that's the best print ever done. I mean, Chris was asking me where do you get it from. I said, go on the Queen, on an official Queen DVD site. And if you guys are interested in how to get that DVD, if you want to add Mark as a friend, add Mark, because Mark has got a lot of information about Queen stuff. But he asks me questions as well that he wants to know, his personal ideas as well. So Mark Bryden, get in touch with him because he really is a great Queen fan. He's a huge Queen fan, and he really is. I mean, he's got a collection that's bigger than Chris's actually. I mean, I know Chris's collection is small, but he wanted to do Queen anyway, so that's where it came from. Now, there's been some rumours going around that I have been concerned about from Queen's fans, and from my own personal opinion. Chris has had me and Chris had a discussion this week of fake CDs and illegal CDs. This is a concern that people who bought CDs from the company Music Zone, which had been the biggest chain that ever was, amazing. Chris has just been informing me on Monday his Queen CDs could be fake. Yeah. I have been researching a bit of Music Zone's sort of side, and remember Music Zone went into administration because of their illegal stuff. Well, turns out after some really investigations, we think that the CDs that we bought from Music Zone, we think they're not. We don't think they're. We think they're pirated. Chris's Queen collection, Queen CDs, he was thinking about rebuying them again. I said, well, why do you want to rebuy the 93, 94 versions? Just because it's collectability issues. So we were kind of a bit miffed about it because, you know, he's already got the 2011 versions, so he got them. But he is convinced some of the CDs he bought from that store are pirated. We think that we don't even think they're genuine. There's actually some DVDs that we've been looking into, and some of the DVDs that we were trying to. We've got a massive DVD collection that we did film many years ago, and his DVD collection's been a bit of a talk as well because he thinks that some of the discs are fake. Unbeknownst to us, we were trying to rip 2 DVDs to this laptop. Apparently they don't actually identify what they are. They apparently are bootlegged. And then he was mentioning about his the other thing he mentioned about was his Iron Maiden collection when they reissued the box set, which he tells me that Iron Maiden stuff with the strips down and with Eddie's face and the whole discs when you get them, apparently it's a bootleg CD that's come out from EMI, but it's not an official EMI release of it. Apparently, I think it was concerned about CDs that were coming out and stuff, and this is why when we got into downloading stuff of the torrent sites, which are still to this day amazing, he's convinced that some of them CDs are not legit, as apparently the sound quality on some of them are not even legit either. I mean, there's a few CDs that he did buy from HMV in the past. They are legit, by the way. The Heavy Penton one is definitely a legit CD, but he says that apparently the few of them that he did buy and I bought we don't think they were genuine. I mean, this is just something I've heard. And apparently Chris has gone back into get into a little bit of getting a little bit anxious about the CDs that he bought because he apparently used something with them. Because he says that what he wants to do is buy the original the CDs again to think that they'll actually make up from the original CDs that were made. I mean, I do know for a fact that the pirated ones that I have, which is the Innuendo, the Wembley, and the other one I have is pirated because they were not genuine anyway, and neither were genuine. Neither were genuine. You know, there was never ever a Parlophone Italy. There never was. Apparently, someone from Italy was bootlegging these things, and they were coming over to the thingy, or either these CDs were fake ones and were just being sold in Music Zone for just prices that were done, because there's no way that them CDs could be genuine, because it just feels weird on the back of the CD. It doesn't even look like it's genuine anyway. It looks like it's just fake. So that's something that I will bring up now, that every CD that I showed on that channel, on those CDs that I showed you, I'm convinced that those CDs that were sold in Music Zone were pirated ones, but looking at the CDs many years ago, I think they are genuine, but I said before, there's a shocking job of the CDs that did anyway. So if you guys can track down the versions that we have of those 93, 94 issues, I still want people to track them down, and I want people to tell me if you can get a genuine EMI Swindon print of it. There's no EMI Swindon printed on them CDs either. I must clarify something else. I've never seen them, so I'm thinking we might have got ripped off from them, from that standard. So that's something I just want to bring up anyway. I mean, that's something. I mean, Music Zone obviously is dead now. It's gone. It's no longer there. So if you ever bought CDs from that company, just beware that you maybe they're faking, or maybe fakes going around. But if you bought them in the past, then just be aware of it. You know, this is why I haven't bought a physical CD within a year. I just stuck torrenting and downloading, makes the torrent downloads much better than that, and it's going good. And I've got as I say last week, I've got a new drive me thing now, and I still think that is really, really cool indeed. Right, are we got no comments? No, we haven't got no comments. We haven't got no questions. You want to ask any questions tonight, guys? Don't feel free. Indeed, so all you got to do is leave a comment on the page or answer a question on Facebook, and you can do that as well. So keep going, just keep going, and just talk about what you want to talk about tonight, which is cool. Right? This is more of these CD reviews again. The next one I'm going to bring out is a compilation album that came out. Well, actually, it came out a year ago. This was exclusive to Amazon. This was only exclusive to Amazon. This was not available in the shops. Now, as far as I understand, 4 CD set. Going back to the way back at the times when music was really, really amazing, and it was Motown Anthems, which was I think is the best compilation I've done from Motown, from Universal Music. 4 CD set. Won't say much about it. Just going to say, one of their best CDs they've ever released, only for Amazon. But get it. It's a hell of a CD. The sound quality on that is amazing on there as well, which is really incredible. Yeah. So do check it out. Next band is considered actually from heartradio.com, who I love that station so much. If you want to listen to some great music and some great rock, you can forget this stuff happening in the charts now. Get listening to heartradio.com. It is the best station ever in the world in the USA. It's in Texas. They've got one of their biggest jukeboxes and biggest servers ever in the world, and they are so amazing. So heartradio.com, keep going, because you're absolutely fantastic. You wouldn't even know about your music. Metal Underground is also another good thing. good thing as well. So use it. One thing I recommended by Horror.com was this album by Voodoo Circle, and this album is flipping amazing, absolutely amazing. What you've got here is a band that sounds like Whitesnake, but more of a darker Whitesnake, and this band is flipping brilliant. There's a lot of Meatloaf influences on this album as well. They're a band from America, and their first track, Graveyard City, when I first heard that track, I went mad for it. It was brilliant, and a lot of good stuff on that album actually. A lot of Meatloaf influences, a lot of Whitesnake, a lot of classic rock in it, which is absolutely fantastic. And yeah, definitely would say an amazing album indeed. So get that. It's Voodoo Circle's More Than One Way Home. Absolutely recommended indeed. Absolutely recommended indeed. Absolutely brilliant album. Recommended. Another album I recommend is it's this band actually, a new band, and they only brought one album out last year, and I'm just trying to find it. This album, Thunder Tribe. Wow, this album, got to give it a thumbs up for this one. You've got to get this album. This album, it's a one-off. I think this is a one-off album. I don't have any more of the albums. This is the only album I've got of theirs. And listen to this one. Listen like Iron Maiden. There's a great track on here. The first track is so brilliant. Really, really, really cool. And Believe is really. Believe sounds to me like 9 Inch Nails with a reverse on it on the guitar, and it's an interesting song. And the last 6 tracks are mixed together as a big, huge sort of medley thing, but it's flipping brilliant, really is. So there's another one for you: Thunder Tribe and War Chant, and it was released on Nuclear Blast Records, I think. So do get that one because it's absolutely amazing stuff as well. It's really cool stuff. But let's go back to Queen. Now I'm going to do an overview of some CDs that I will review. Rare ones, some stuff that's never been released yet, and some stuff that's not come out. And first I want to talk about is this CD. Yes, finally got this off Chris. This is Night of the Rainbow, the bootleg CD, which is from the Bulsara family. This album was released by the family himself. Yes, it was. This is a genuine release of it. This apparently was released on the Freddie Mercury label, Frederick Bulsara Records. Now, this album is rare to get. One of the best bootlegs ever in the world, actually. The best sound quality. The recording on the Night of the Rainbow is not taken from the VHS version. I'll straighten that up straight away. It's not taken from the VHS version. It's actually taken from the original cassette recording, bootlegged, right? The last 3 tracks on the CD, because it's like part 1 and part 2, they're taken from an original cassette recording by bootleg. Peter Peacock did the CD for that one, and he was genuine. Actually, he's a genuine person. And that CD is now out of print to get, but you can get it on Discogs. I know for £4, I think it is. But that album, the sound quality on that is the best sound quality on that one, which is really cool. So Night of the Rainbow, I recommend the CD indeed for that one. Really cool. Released by the Bulsara family, nothing to do with Queen. Released by them. It is a genuine release of it, which is cool. Now, one CD that's not being released yet, which doesn't really need a release of it, but I would like it if they had brought out a better package of it. Was Queen Rocks, the album that is, without, for my recommendation, the best album, best compilation album ever. Um, Supposed to be the third greatest hits album. It's not. It is because it contains a new song of No Wonder You in it. This one recommended, definitely. Includes the full version of I'm in Love with My Car, which is only on that CD. One version, the album version of it, which is apparently, I think that version is longer actually than the Tom single version, so I think there's a special version it's on the CD. It's like is probably the favourite heaviest mastering on that by Kevin Metcalf, who did the mastering on that CD. He did a hell of a job actually. That sound quality is so amazing on there. But I recommend this indeed. Never got the VHS version of Queen Rocks. If anybody has got the VHS version of Queen Rocks, let me know by email. Let me know by the Queensville email page, and email me. And if anybody has got that Queen Rocks video, what is on it? What is there anything new? And is there anything different on that video? Because apparently there's a new video of I'm in Love with My Car on it, which has never been seen before. There's a couple more videos in there which is coming by Maduro. That video is actually available to buy on Discogs. I know they're selling it for about £10, I think it is, for a good VHS copy of it. But I think there might be a PAL version and an NTSC version. So American NTSC and then PAL for the UK. So which is a matter of finding which one is one. Oh, excuse me. Ah, okay. I see the people work today, so that's why I'm doing it tonight. I'll talk about the bonus discs of the Queen CDs. Something I did talk about, but obviously I didn't go into much detail about it. My overview about it. I think the bonus discs of each album are pretty good. Including tracks from Wembley ain't necessary to put on. BBC Sessions. The BBC Sessions. I think Queen fans should have this out. BBC Sessions CDs. There's never been a BBC Sessions official BBC Sessions CD available yet for the commercial market. If somebody at Universal decides to get that out on a CD as a 3 CD set, bring it out, please. Bring it out. It needs to come out on a CD. It needs to get a release of it, because the bonus discs are good actually. But why put Wembley and Milton Keynes on CDs? What for? No point. But good versions indeed. Good versions. I really recommend it. Just have a look here to see what we have on our thing. To see what else we have. Yes, the CD that I finally got my hands on, which is finally I got, was this karaoke CD, which was the official Queen karaoke CD from Japan. David gave me this actually. He had a copy of this from CD, but not off CD, and gave me a copy of it, which was absolutely brilliant. This version is fantastic. All the Queen songs are great. And yeah, so recommended. It's nothing to do with the 40th anniversary of Queen. It's to do with the release of the new 2004 reissues that came out, the Queen ones. So they probably have come out that time as well, which is even well worth recommending to get, which is cool. So do get them do recommend that one actually. You can get after on Discogs, I think, for about £35 a selling it for, which is pretty expensive, but it still is still really good indeed, which is amazing, which is cool. Okay, going to be here for another half an hour before we leave Queensville tonight. Haven't had many people on this last week anyway, but if you stick around for the next half an hour. The next one is going to be, well, kind of yes and kind of no, kind of. It was right for the CD release, DVD release. Forget the DVD release of it. Obviously, got to be Rock Montreal, which is, well, I have to say, great CD release of it, which is cool. All uncut, the DVD version. For the European one, nah, forget that. Get the one I showed last week, which is the Real Rocky, which is just here. That one is the best print to go for, which because the American print is absolutely fab, which is cool. One saving grace about the CD is it includes a track on there which is not on the DVD, which I've noticed actually, and it was the Hero. It was not actually done DVD. It's not in the film. It's only on a CD. But I'm not sure if that's taken from the venue or not. It's just taken from the night, but it might be on the same night it was done. But Hero was not. Hero and Flash was never included on the CD because it goes straight to there's something called Love and Jeff House Rock and then Bohemian Rhapsody, Time of the Down, and so on and so on and so on. The CD release fit really good, sound quality brilliant. Justin Shelley Smith did a great job with that one actually, great CD, so recommended. So good CD. DVD release for just don't worry about the DVD release it's not very good at all because the HD on it is dreadful anyway. It looks like it's just been mapped out from a translucent copy of it. It looks absolutely dreadful. So yeah, you go rock, get yourself sorted out, get your priorities sorted out, please, thank you. Right, let's talk about David Fuller now. David Fuller, obviously, great mixing guy. He recently just posted a new version of Depeche Mode. The Personal Jesus 2014 remix of it is flipping fantastic. Really bloody good mix of that as well. We did it all himself, which is cool. This one I want to talk about is his own CDs he brought out, this is the Room Service CD David Fuller mixes. David Fuller is a legend. He's seriously fantastic. This CD is really recommended to get. This is the first CD, because there's another CD of the same one. These mixes were done very cleverly, very clever indeed. We've got Prelude, which is a slowed down version of the introduction for Death in Two Legs. Real Rock You, David Fuller mix. Somebody to Love, our version is seriously really, it's just like a cappella version. I Want It All, really, really good. It All Back to Dust, Play the Games, Don't Go Crazy. I Want to Break Free, Home to Fall, Time of the Down, Brighton Rock, and London Jam, which is apparently London Jam is a version that he got compiled with the bits in it, but he put extra Freddie bits parts in the song, and it works very well for it, actually. That's the first CD called Room Service that came out. I don't know if that CD is available. I don't even know if that download's available anymore, but it was downloaded. It's a free download that he was delivering out at the time. And this is probably my favourite one. This is CD 2. This is At the Circus. Great cover art on that. Amazing cover art indeed. Love the cover art on that one. And we've got The Show Must Go On, which is his best work ever on that, which is great. Don't Stop Me Now, Mother Love, Quiz Little Thing Called Love, Bicycle Race, Radio Gaga, which I think that version is just incredible. Listen to it, really good. In a Lap with the Gods is an amazing, very clever version. How he's done that, really good indeed. One Vision. and Syracuse Pop, which is the hang on in there ending of it, which is cool. Next Queen release that, from my point of view, is seriously is talked about a lot, and from my point of view, this is the one that should have been scrapped on DVD for a start. Definitely. Eagle Rock, you should have shot this. You should have basically shot this in the bin. The Queen Hungarian Rhapsody CD is better. It's longer and it's all uncut as well. Put 2 CDs together. Includes all the tracks from all the concert, and all of the dialogue and everything in it is uncut. One on the DVD and VHS release of it, just get rid of it. The DVD release of it, I wouldn't bother, because I went to see the print of it at the cinemas. They said it was supposed to be in HD. It was not in HD, for a start. It was in standard definition, because the footage was all grainy to hell. It was like the original VHS transfer, and all they did was they did not include any extra features on it. There was no extra songs in it. It was disappointing to actually get it. It was disappointing to see it actually. It's just the same print as the VHS version, so I really wouldn't waste your money buying that, because it's the same. The one on the CD version has got all the tracks included, uncut, and as I say, it's the full 2-hour version, which is bloody good. So I do recommend that one, which is really cool indeed. But get the CD version, because it's even much better. Right. Ballad of David O'Flynn. This is the 3rd CD that he brought out. This is the Queen 3 CD. And there's some great versions on here which he did, which is very good indeed. And he's got 7 Seas of Rye, Now I'm Here, Fat Bottom Girls, The Real Life. I don't know what The Real Life is actually. Oh, I know what it is, yeah. And there is such an amazing mix that he did. And obviously, when I did my mega mixes on Music Studio 12, David O'Flynn did an incredible medley of The Journey of Flash, and it was flippin' brilliant. Really brilliant. I Love My Car, Love Kills, Princess of the Universe. I have actually got the Townhouse, the uncut Townhouse version, which is flippin' amazing. That version is also very good indeed, very heavy. Days of Our Lives, Forever on My Own, which is obviously Forever on My Own is the other one. We're the Champions as well, and there's just so much on the CD which is really good actually, and it's very good how he's done that. So David O'Flynn's done a good job with those CDs and stuff as well. There is some planned, apart from those Queen CDs, there's some more David O'Flynn mixes coming out as well, which I love. The one he's brought in a minute is the Depeche Mode one, but I don't like the Enjoy the Silence one. The Enjoy the Silence, the mixes of that one, it didn't work, mate. So I'm afraid to say that version didn't work at all. So you should just basically scrap that one and stick with Personal Jesus, because Personal Jesus is your best mix you've ever done on that. So well done, mate. You did a good job on that one actually. But I didn't Enjoy the Silence. It was just like you were just like repeating it over and over again, the same track. It's just nothing new about it. That's fine, I won't be there anyway. You know what I mean? Right. Moving on now. From Queen to Brian May. Brian May. Yes. We didn't do Brian May last week, so we'll do Brian May's albums. Right. Okay, first time I'm going to talk about is It's Back to the Light. First solo album. Well, everyone keeps saying it's his first solo album he ever done. It's not. Let's just clarify a few things up first about the Light. And this album came out these are recordings that were done from 1988 to 1992. Right, now the only songs that have been recorded for this album is Back the Light, Love Token, Two and Stuff Will Kill You, which is recorded in 1980, which was recorded in 1988, then it was re-recorded in 1992. Driven by You, obviously not planned on this album because it was a Queen song. Nothing But Blue is taken from Cozy Powell's album The Drums Are Back, with vocals that were recorded at Brian May's home. So Brian May took that exact track from Cozy into his studio and then he recorded the vocals on top of that. That's what he did. I'm Scared, which is the version on the CD is a right in 1982 remix of it. The one that's on the 7th single is the version that was original. Justin Shirley Smith did a good remix of that one on that CD. Last Horizon, recorded in 1988. Let Your Heart Rule Your Head again, 1988. Just One Life, recorded in 1991. And Rolling Over was bonus track on the CD. Bonus tracks on the CD were if I remember rightly, yes, it was Driven by You 2. Nothing was really about Driven by You 2, but Driven by You new version. But nothing really much to say about it because those two tracks just didn't, it's just rockier, but it's very short. So, you know, go figure. Good album though, but I just think that if we first try and re-recording songs from different areas, it's just fine as well. I mean, one of the most prominent features is The Dark, which was originally from Flash Gordon, never ever issued. But bring it on his album, yeah, but you should have stuck it on the Flash Gordon soundtrack. That's me anyway. Next CD, this is a CD that is a bootleg CD. This is a rare CD. Best sound quality on this as well. It's obviously, this is the Back the Lights tour from Hollywood, USA in America. This is actually called Out on His Own. My recommendation, one hell of a CD to get, really amazing indeed. Excuse the kids outside by the way because they're shouting. But that CD, Out on His Own by Brian May, is a top-notch CD. Recommended. On the CD is Hammer the Fall, because that version is so flipping brilliant. Really amazing, really good. I recommend that CD so well. So on its own, that is a bit. The sound quality on that is amazing on it, absolutely amazing. It looks like it's been an authentic release of it as well, but it sounds really live. It's absolutely really good stuff indeed. Now on to the next one. Brian May at the Brixton Academy. Yeah, this one. First of all, Eagle Rock. Get this out on DVD because it's planned for a release soon. I'm struggling so much in my own mind to find out why this has never been out on DVD. Why? Well, this should be out on DVD for definite because it's never had a release of it at all. It's never had. So get this out on DVD permanently. Two things I will say about the CD. First thing is, the CD is split by 2 shows on the CD. We don't have. This is not the full. The CD is not the full version from the first night at Brixton Academy. Some of it's also mixed from the second night at the Brixton Academy because we played 2 shows there. So you're getting the mixed version, which it's alright, but apparently I don't know why they put 2 shows on the CD for. Justin Shirley Smith should never have done that because he should have left it as it was. Put it away and let it go to the VHS version. But actually, saying that, I think that yes, it is right that obviously there wasn't. Obviously, it was 90 minutes long, the concert, but putting it on CD was, I think, more better to do. It was more better to do. So splitting two shows together does comparison the fact that we're getting some things in it as well. That CD, by the way, when I ripped the CD to the hard drive, I edited the CD. What I did was I actually made the tracks bloody longer, so it wouldn't like go the other of it and stuff. So actually, I made Now I'm Here, the full version. Now I'm Here, 13 minutes long, because I don't like it when they cut out bits in the CD. Resurrection is 10 minutes long. The Last Horizon is 3 minutes long. Headlong is 6 minutes long. Longest version of the tracks was Now I'm Here because it entwines with another song on that as well, which works really well for it. So that's the version I put together, and it was ripped from the CD. I didn't edit it or anything. I just didn't mix it together. Just basically, when I put it in the system, just make sure the wavelength was fine, and then just have to screw it, and then just left it as was, because it was too long. So, but the CD time of that one comes out at, so we just spread this out a little bit, an hour and 16 minutes. So yeah, you couldn't really get, you can't really get a full show on there for time purposes. But no, great CD, really good CD indeed, which is cool. And there's the next one, Another World. Yeah, this one. If you've ever seen the EPK footage of this on YouTube, watch it. Recommended. The Brian May album, last album by Cozy Powell. The only track that does not include Cozy Powell is Cyborg. So Cozy Powell wasn't with us anymore. Bonus feature that probably Queen fans do know about. On the end of the business track, there, the phone rings. There's the phone rings on that take. Not sure if that is what Queen fans know about, or either that was recorded live at the end of the business track, or either that was recorded live in his home, and either that was the news that Queen fans would have heard. And I've got a funny feeling that was about, I'm sure that phone call was about Cozy. And I think that the last thing he recorded was Brian Talks. And I think that was recorded on the same day, in the same time that Cozy died. And I'm positive it is, because there's something about that track that is really moving to hear. But I think that was done at the exact same time, in the exact same time it was done. So that's very, very, it's hard to hear that, actually. It's very hard to hear. But it's good. Tell you what they should have really brought out from this one, if this was better, this was only available in Japan, was Red Special. If this CD had just been released a bit better and much more live, it should have been called the Red Special Live CD, because there is loads on that CD they should not have done. First thing is, On My Way Up from Paris, fantastic version. Why don't we try again? Album version. Maybe Baby with Cozy Powell. Business USA Radio Mix. Well, I don't understand about this USA Radio Mix thing, because it doesn't include the ending of Cozy Powell in it. They should just put the Cozy Powell version on. Another World, which is the album version. When I Believe, How at the Fall, Live in Paris, and Brian Talks, which is just what I talked about there. There with Japan, it was alright. It was a good release. It was hard to get. It was expensive to get, actually, very expensive to get, which is, from my point of view, good album indeed. So there's Red Special Fate. That's a good album actually. I recommend that album so much if you can get it on Japanese release of it. And now go on to something else, which is, from my point of view, just from my point of view, and if you want to stop messaging me and email me about, okay, you go ahead. It's this album, and Mark was talking to me about this the other week, and he said, have you seen this? And I said, no. I don't even think anybody else has ever seen the movie of this one. Furia by Brian May. Alexandre Jarre directed the film. I'm going to say, from my point of view, the soundtrack is great. As for the movie side of it, I haven't seen it ever. I've never ever seen the movie. So I don't know anything about the movie itself. But I do know that the movie doesn't make any sense at all. It's a great soundtrack by him. That he did it. It's actually a very good soundtrack. Dream of Thee is the only vocal track he recorded on this album. I think Dream of Thee may have been a upcoming album solo project that he was doing. Not for this album, but for another album he was trying to do. I think that's one of his best singing on it, actually, that I've ever heard. It's so moving here. And it is still regarded as one of the most, well, I'm not really sure, because I'm not sure if it's meant to be, I'm not sure if it's meant to be like just an album that was done, or whether it was a favour, or whether it was something else. I'm not sure. But if you listen to the album altogether, it's very good. It's a good album, actually. It's very good indeed. So the Fury album, I recommend indeed for that one. Fury indeed, good. So try to get down. If you try it down onto Discogs, get it off Discogs, because it's really cool. We're just about to finish this in 10 minutes, so if you have any questions you want me to answer or anything, then go ahead. But last album before I finish, because we're finishing early tonight, and I think that me and Chris do agree. We do agree. We agree about this, okay? Mark agrees, David agrees, Leander agrees, and I agree with this as well. And I think this is not the best album by Brian ever. And it was just done for the TV show. There's nothing much to say about it, because there is not a lot really. Because I'll just say, I have still got the vinyl edition of this one, but when I got, I just think this was just a mistake to do. Yeah, Starfleet Project. Yeah. So have your own view, have your own opinion about it, because I don't like it, because it's not Brian's best work. It's not. I mean, fine, it was done at the Hit Factory in America, but it's not. It's not really one of Brian's best work on that one. It's just that screaming guitar at the end of it, which annoys me so much. And I think "Let Me Out" is probably one of the best songs on it. Blues Breaker was written for Eric Clapton, but the Starfleet, I wouldn't really go into much detail about it, because it's all you're getting is just basically just a mix by Mac, and you mix 2 tracks, and well, you know what I mean. It's just making sense. But like I say, I know it's the most rarest collectability ever, but I mean, to my point of view, if that was the only 3 tracks that recorded, was there any more? Well, that is what you guys can tell me. If you can, let me know. and I'll get back to you about that next week on it as well. Okay, well, we're about to finish this Google Hangout tonight. So thanks for tuning in. Not really was decided this week on the show, because really what it was just to give you basically the updates of this and stuff as well. We are back. The next Google Hangout is next Thursday at the same time. I'll be more refreshed next week, because it's going to be more refreshed as well. Leave your comments on the video. If you have any questions, if you have any Queen questions, please go to the playlist on to Queensville on YouTube, and enjoy the videos, and get back to me soon about some products and stuff as well. If you want anything reviewed on the channel, the Queensville's here for you. If you need anything reviewed on the channel, which is cool. So yeah, and that's it for tonight. So thank you very much for tuning in. I will be off now. Rockshow Live is returning to uploads this week. I promise, guys. If you're waiting for Rockshow Live to come up, you're going to wait until next week. Monday is definitely the date I'm getting all edited and sorted out, and going to be getting it all transferred up to YouTube. I'm very happy to say, YouTube, well done for getting your uploads sorted out, because it's good to see uploads going very well indeed, which is cool, and that's fine as well. That's it for this week. We're back this week with your questions. Hopefully you'll have some questions for me next week, because I had loads of questions last week on the show. More questions, please, guys. Keep coming in. Keep subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys back here next week. Till then, have a good night, and I'll see you next week. Bye bye.